Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf and Gaming
on Sunday morning.
which is my series where every single week, you guys know the drill, I'm going to be checking out a new game. This week we're checking out Kingdoms and Castles. Now, I am going to jump into the Steam, I hope my volume's good enough. I am going to jump into the Steam store page real quick and show you exactly what this is. Okay, you guys can see it right there. So Kingdoms and Castles is a game about growing a kingdom from a tiny hamlet to a sprawling city and imposing castle. So if we scroll down here a little bit, we're looking at very positive reviews. This game just released on July 20th, actually. So a little bit over a month old at this point. And basically what it is it's a city builder where a single player city builder where you have some disasters such as like Viking raids and what's the other one? Like dragons come and try and like burn your city like Game of Thrones style. So that's what this game is. It has this artsy or like block artsy graphics to it. Speaking of the graphics, you'll obviously be able to run this on pretty much any computer. I actually was able to run this on my $200 2-in-1 laptop, which is up in that corner here. That's a pretty low-end laptop, but it's only 200 bucks, and this game did run. But in the settings here, I'll show you real quick before jumping into the actual gameplay. There isn't, now this is wrong here. Oh wow, I think maybe they did add. This is 1440p. Okay, never mind. I was thinking that there wasn't 1080p. Okay, so you do have full resolution support, anti-aliasing, just a couple options here. But one thing that they don't have is cloud saving. I couldn't find anywhere from the developers saying that cloud saving was a thing yet, so that's actually a huge downfall, but pretty much the only downfall. So instead of loading a game that I already have saved with like a massive city already, I'm gonna start a new game here and show you guys like what you can expect if you pick this game up. Now I think it only costs 10 bucks, so keep that in mind. It's not early access, but it is only 10 bucks, so they're going to be constantly developing it. So there's going to be more content that comes, but yeah. So when you start in a game, you have 3 different difficulty options, and you can either play with no threats, easy, or hard. Now I'm playing on the easy mode, and I'm not getting attacked too often. For some reason, there's a lot of reviews online saying that even on easy mode, they get attacked too often. I don't know if that's RNG, or they just don't understand what a lot is. I don't know. I haven't been getting attacked overwhelmingly, I guess, so I've been fine with easy. And then there's hard mode. So we're going to start with easy mode. And basically what you start with is you choose a land. Now, I didn't really understand this when I first started, but literally this entire thing here is your land. I wonder if I can... Should I move you guys to a different spot? No, you're really not missing much down here. Anyway, this is your entire land. Now, you probably will start like at center mass or close to it, but yeah, this whole thing is yours, not just like a certain section of it. And this doesn't include enemy bases or anything. This is all yours, so you can keep hitting change here. And oh, that one would be very difficult with, that's kind of a waste of land up here. This one looks very easy. Okay, so this is almost a, look at all this pure land here. Now a couple things that you need to worry about are trees. You can't plant trees, and you do need those for wood. And then you want to look out for iron and stone quarries. So these like silver ones are the stone quarries, and then these brown ones are the iron ones. And those are the only places that you can get stone or iron. So you want to look out for those. I'm just going to jump into this one and show you what it looks like. You can choose your banner here. I have no idea how to unlock these. We'll do that. We'll do that one, black and yellow. And then we'll just do this. Gaming on a Sunday morning, whatever. Okay, so this is going to be the new island here, and this is how you start. Now there's not like a great tutorial for this, which I kind of wish there was, but I know a lot of people don't like those super easy tutorials. So you have 4 different types of things that you can build. Castle, I am going to move you guys just so you can see the bottom here. Oh nope, not like that, my bad. Go over here. Sorry, guys. We'll do all this. How about like right there? Is that weird? Okay, we'll do that. We're still recording. Okay, so you have these 4 different types things that you can build. Castle, and we definitely want to build our keep. I'm just going to build it in the center here. Now, down here you have the population. We have 5 people. We have 0 beds, which is bad. You definitely need more beds than people. And 2 people are idle or not doing anything. If I click on here, if my math is right, we have 3 builders, which we do. There's town, which is like, this is the buildings that have beds on them. You have the tavern, hospital, stuff like that. Food, everything that has to deal with food. You need to keep your population fed, and this is probably the hardest thing about this game. Maybe I just haven't figured it out yet. And then you have industry, and this is basically all your economy stuff. So your stone quarries, your forester for wood, stockpiles to hold it all, charcoal, blacksmith, stuff like that. So I'm already at the point about like 8 hours into this game that I wish there were more items or more things to build. I've pretty much in my big town built every single thing on here. Actually, yeah, I did. So yeah, I'm kind of running out of content. The number one complaint I see about this game is usually the lack of end game or lack of progression after a while. For my first 10 hours of playing, or 8 hours of playing this game, I actually had a lot of fun, but I am starting to get to that point. Now, there's still a lot for me to do. There's still a lot for me to perfect in my castle or my kingdom, but I am starting to like, it's starting to get a little repetitive. But yeah, so when you're first starting the game here, you have this keep, and then the thing that guides you through this game are your advisors. You have an agriculture, city, and military advisors. These guys are not that helpful. If I click on, look, they're just saying, oh, hey, good day. This guy gives you the tip of let's begin growing our kingdom with some roads, then houses. And we'll need to feed our workers, obviously. So I'm just going to build a road here. I'll just leave it right up to the keep here. We'll do it like that. And then let's build a place. Oh, so we need wood. So we're waiting on wood here. The way I can get wood before I have a forester is I can tell people to chop down these trees. Now we have nobody idle. That means everybody is working. And the cool thing about this is look how far you can zoom in. Look at this. Like this is too far zoomed in. You can see exactly, even when you have 1,000 people, you can see exactly what every single person is doing, which is super cool. And then you can click on them too, I think. If you can, it's kind of difficult. There, so this guy's name is Andy Eskridge. He's 20 years old and he would like a place to live here. Pretty cool, actually. And when you have 1,000 people, it's even cooler. So these guys just chop down the trees here. Now I have enough wood to create a hovel, or I guess it's called a hovel. I'll put it right next to the keep. Maybe that can be the king's house. I don't know. We'll put another one here. And now as you click on it, you can see, oh, click off, that I have one of 3 builders working on it. They're waiting for more wood. These guys are going to go get wood from here. And I can demo it and stuff like that. So this is what the start of the game looks like. Now, also in the bottom right here, you have normal speed, fast speed, and then fastest speed. And you can see how quickly they work on fastest speed. In my game, I've been sticking with normal speed because it's very hard to balance all those people, having them be fed and then having them not be idle. Because if you have a high idle count, then those are people that are just wasting your resources, particularly food, and they're not making anything. In the bottom left here, these are all the things that you, currencies and whatnot. We have wood, stone, which you get from these, and quarries. This is your total food count, and then it shows you that really cool graph there that says like what you're getting food from, whether it be farms, orchards, bakeries, and stuff like that. And then how much is being eaten. Now, the one problem that I have about this, and I don't really understand it, is at the bottom there, the total says total change last year. I wish that this was a just up-to-date like graph. There's no reason why it can only show last year. Like, it needs to be the whole, so it's kind of useless is what I'm trying to say. And you can see we're already in year 2. That's how fast the years go by. It's snowing here, so we're actually at the end of year 2. So I don't know. I just don't like that part. Gold, which is what you won't make till later, so until you start like taxing the civilians and whatnot. You have charcoal, iron. A blacksmith can make tools. Now you can either use the tools to speed up the process of your foresters, quarries, or mines, and then you can select where your tools actually go to, which is pretty cool. And then armaments. The blacksmiths can also build armaments. They can build armaments and tools. In the armaments, that allows you to, once you have a barracks, which I'll show you right here, once you have a barracks, you can start to build up an army, which is actually pretty cool. I just realized that I don't have any drink today. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're sipping on. But yeah, I don't have anything today, actually. My bad. So there's not much to say about the food here. The only two food producers are like farms and your orchards. Then you have your granaries that can store the food. You have a windmill that can boost production. A bakery, which actually, the cool thing about the food that I like is every winter, you obviously, like a farm doesn't produce food. So you have to store it somehow. And in granary, it won't store food over the winter. But in a bakery, if you turn that food with charcoal into bread, the bread will last year round, which thinking about it now, it doesn't really make sense being realistic. And then a market, not even worth getting into. So that's pretty much what you can build here. This is our town here. Every now and then you'll get your advisors to say, I'm sure you just heard it, they go, hmm? And they do that every single time they have a tip. And even my wife complained about this game because she was so sick and tired of hearing them say, hmm? So that'll probably be the thumbnail, by the way. But all right, so this guy says, sir, our food stores are running low. Perhaps farms could help. So I'm just going to build some farms here. And then, speaking of farms, glad I brought this up before I jump into it. These pieces of land, these tiles of land are different fertile states. So this one that's really dark, it is very fertile, which means you'll actually produce more food depending on what's built on there. This one is just fertile. You'll actually just get the standard rate. And then this one is called barren. And in barren, you can't even lay a farm here. So if I try and lay a farm, it won't even let me. It says the soil is not fertile enough. So I'm going to build, a couple farms over there, have the workers go do it. And then this is how you progress. You have the city here. Now, eventually you will start getting Vikings coming, and these Vikings will come in ships. Like they'll come up or out. They'll pick a spot where they think you're vulnerable, and they actually do a pretty good job of picking your weak spots in your kingdom. And then they'll attack you and whatnot. And you also have dragons fly overhead. And under the castle tab here, you can eventually build archer towers on your castle walls and stuff like that. And the hard thing to balance is your happiness when all this is happening. So if nope, didn't mean to do that. Nope, back to game. If you look at the happiness here, that goes down whenever you get attacked. So if you don't respond well to a Viking raid, then your happiness goes down. If a dragon burns half your city, happiness goes down. But at the same time, it also goes up if you successfully killed the dragon, if you successfully defended off the Vikings, which is pretty cool. But maintaining your happiness is super hard because a lot of these citizens in here are dumb. And even if they live right next to a farm, they might tell you, oh, I'm starving, I don't have access to food. So yeah, very hard to maintain. All right, let's jump into my city here. Before ending this video, that was basically a tutorial, if anything. So we are going to load my most recent save, which is this one. Now I have 1,000 citizens here. And this is the masterpiece that I've been working on this week. Now, I kind of have this town broken up into districts, and most people online will recommend the same thing. This center section here is pretty much my housing district. All of these are called manors. And then I have a couple small houses that I couldn't fit a manor, so I have some cottages here. And there's some farms because, like I said, it's very hard to maintain happiness because my farming district is all the way down here. Now you can see all these orchards and farms and granaries and stuff like that. Sometimes all these people, it takes them too long. See, they're carrying food here. It might not ever make it up to the top left corner of the housing district. So I have a couple farms here just in case if they get lazy, they can go there, I guess. I haven't really figured out the exact specifics of how they get their food, where they get it from. And I don't think anybody online has figured it out either. So, here we go. We have a Vikings invading. So here comes the ships here. And I'm just going to let it autopilot. The combat in this game is pretty weak. You can recruit up to 3 generals, and then you can have them recruit armies. So this guy, I can have go up to my barracks here. You can see people are waiting, and my army health is at 50 of 50. I can hit recruit, and then it goes up to 175, and all those army guys are down here. Look at them all go down here, which is pretty cool. So I usually just have them stationed out here at the gates, but that's going to be a long walk over here. So we'll just have a march. I probably should get like a bridge across here or something. But here are the Vikings attacking. I have castle walls around almost all my districts at this point, and these archer towers are just going to hopefully annihilate these Vikings. Now you can see the happiness hasn't been affected, but usually whenever I'm getting attacked here, I go to my town square, which is right here, and I hold a festival for 25 gold, which is pretty much nothing at this point. And then that increases happiness. So that'll eventually go up. See, it says plus 15 from recent festivals. So if we zoom in here, there are some ogres on here. Now, eventually, once they find a spot to land, these ogres will come out and they'll just start like really destroying your tower. But what happens in this game is they feel like these Vikings, like what just happened is they see an opening here and they're like, oh, this is where we're going to attack. But then once they get here, they saw all these walls and there's just nowhere to get into my castle. So then they turn left because they want to go all the way up here where I don't have walls. This is going to be my secondary farming district. So they want to go up here, but look, like they are just getting wrecked by all these archer towers. And eventually they're all going to die. They are not going to make it. And then my happiness better grow up because I will defend this one. So that's what that looks like. My castle's set up pretty good. This took me about 8 hours, like I said. So don't expect to be defending these Vikings right off the bat. They will destroy you. So once the Vikings actually do make landfall, they will just start setting everything on fire. And then there is like a fire extinguisher system where all these wells here, you can see all the blue that it highlights. It's basically a fire extinguisher, or not a fire extinguisher, a fire hydrant. Basically, the citizens, if something catches on fire here, they can go to the well, put the fire out, and that's why I have these strategically placed to cover pretty much everything. So yeah, that Viking invasion, I just owned him. My happiness didn't go up the last time I defended it. Maybe it won't. It definitely does if you kill a dragon, but maybe it doesn't. So yeah, this is the housing district. This is the farming district. This is I don't have a name for this. This is pretty much just my industry district where I have all these wood foresters here. They get all this wood from the forest, and then I have some stockpiles here, and I have my iron. Where's my iron? That's iron, but I'm not using that. I don't even know where I'm mining iron from over here. And then I'm mining stone from these cores right here. So this is probably not efficient. I'm wasting a lot of space here, but that's what that looks like. And then finally, this will be my secondary farming district, which I didn't plan right because you can see all this barren land. I can't plant farms here, so I don't know what I'm going to put here, but those are the farms there. So I don't have my castle going all the way across here. One thing to note is you can build your castle walls higher. These are all just pretty much the first level. This is like 15 maybe levels of the castle wall. And you can build it as high as you want as long as there's a secondary one to support it. And then the higher it is, the bigger the range of whatever defense system you have there, which is either a ballista or an archer tower. So look at the range of this archer tower. You can see it wrap all the way around here. You guys can see it, right? Yeah. All the way around here. Whereas this one on the first level is only this big. So something to keep in mind. So that's what I was kind of saying. I'm kind of starting to lose my sight in the progression here. Obviously, I could spend hours and hours and build up my entire town to have this high of walls. That would actually be sick. And one day, once they create enough content that'll actually make this a challenging game, or at least on easy mode, is you will need higher walls. But right now I just don't need them, so I don't have them. I definitely could go in here and start demolishing some of this stuff and start optimizing it a bit better. I certainly could do a lot of work over here, but you can probably see that this is a very fully functioning town. I'm always in the positive for food. I have over 1,000 citizens. There is an achievement, I believe, to get 5,000 citizens, which if you look at my town, I'm pretty much taking up all of it. I would need 4,000 more citizens. I don't even know how that's possible. Obviously, I'd have to utilize this in this area, but I don't think this is a great starting town to do that. A lot of those, remember when we were hitting change to switch the land there? I think I just chose one with too much water. I haven't read it myself, but I have been reading other people say, like on the discussions and stuff, about how harbors are coming, and I know people are already placing like docks here. If you go to town here, you can build piers, and I know people are building docks. So I think that update is coming soon, but I haven't really looked at it from the developers. So that's pretty much Kingdoms and Castles. The only thing that you guys didn't really see is the dragon going overhead, but my base defense is really good right now. That dragons just, I kill them every time. This was one of my first defense structures, and I just put it in the center here because of that massive range of the arch tower. Because there was a point in time when my entire city was just like this circle right here. So I just had this in the center to kill everything. But now I have all these archer towers. And I can actually go and build a couple more over here. So we'll build those. I still have 121 idle workers, so I got to work on that too. But yeah, that's pretty much Kingdoms and Castles. I actually was super excited about this game, and I'm at the point after playing for about 8 hours. I'm super excited for more content to come, and that seems to be the going theme here. Not a bad game. It's just lacking a little bit of progression, a little bit of end game depth, or just farther game depth, not really end game to this. So the only downfall I have of this entire game, other than that, is no cloud saving. You can go into your actual like user folders, app data, you'll find it online, but you can transfer your save folder to another computer, and it worked. I tried it. So you definitely can transfer your saves and just keep it on your Google Drive or whatnot. But I just wish that it was integrated into Steam like most games are these days. I have no idea why it's not, because this is such a good game to play on one of those like portable Ultrabooks or, well, I guess not a tablet, but yeah, just like a small laptop or something, because this game doesn't require a big PC, and I don't want to sit up here in my studio and play this kind of simple game. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I need cloud saving. I need more progression. Other than that, I love it. I actually really like this art style too. These are clouds. And the water and stuff. I don't like when it's super foggy like this. I want to see that bright colors, those bright colors and whatnot. But if you zoom in here, you can actually see some good colors. Yeah, so that's Kingdoms and Castles. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you think of this game. I can't really play this game with you guys. I don't think there's multiplayer. Actually, there might be. I gotta check this out for myself. I don't want to save the game. No multiplayer. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.